After going through each of the categories for tax planning activities, let's have a look at Danske Bank's position towards these tax planning strategies and go into more detail where this position is documented. Tax evasion was first listed as predicate offence of money laundering in the 4th EU AML Directive. This means that any tax savings from tax evasion held in a bank or passing through it are considered as proceeds of crime. Thus, Danske Bank has an obligation to detect and report any tax evasion conducted by our customers. To meet these and other tax-related requirements, in January 2017, Danske Bank published the Group Tax Policy, which sets out our commitment to be transparent, seek proactive, open and a cooperative relationship with the tax authorities, and to disclose our tax payments in accordance with national and international requirements and good practices among peers. The most important standard set out in tax policy from AML perspective is that we do not tolerate any illegal action on tax. If we detect that any of our customers or business partners engage in tax fraud or tax evasion, we cooperate with the relevant authorities in accordance with applicable rules and regulations. The principles set out in the policy are further detailed in related internal documents that govern the approach all Danske Bank employees have to take when assessing our customers' activities from a tax perspective. The Group Tax Directive ensures compliance with the tax policy by identifying tax-related risks, setting roles and responsibilities, establishing procedures and guidelines to manage our tax affairs. If the tax policy and tax directive covered both the internal affairs of Danske Bank as well as activities of our customers, the next document, namely Tax Instructions, was published specifically to cover tax aspects of customer onboarding and transaction monitoring processes. It briefly describes the few risk indicators, banks' position towards different tax strategies, and how tax avoidance or tax evasion practices that were identified should be reported. These 3 documents are very high level and they do not offer enough guidance to business units. In response to that, in mid-2018, Danske Bank started preparing guidance papers for each business unit. The main purpose of the guidance papers is to provide warning signs of tax evasion and abusive tax arrangements that are relevant to specific business units as well as practical examples of suspicious activities and their tax treatment in accordance with tax policy. These documents govern Danske Bank's position regarding different tax planning activity categories that we have discussed before. Here is a summary of Danske Bank's position towards the tax planning activities as described in our internal tax policy and other related documents. The columns of this table represent 4 types of tax planning strategies, while the rows indicate the involvement of Danske Bank. In our own affairs as a bank, we may use tax optimization or offer tax-optimized products and accept such conduct from our customers. We also accept and facilitate aggressive tax planning transactions of our customers, but do not engage such activities as a bank ourselves. Talking about abusive tax arrangements, we accept that our customers might be involved in abusive tax arrangements, but we do not facilitate such transactions or participate in such arrangements. Finally, we will not under any conditions accept customers doing illegal transactions, thus tax evasion is not tolerated.